Woo! What's up, dudes? Man, I don't like to pat myself on the back, but geez, I think I saw smoke coming off my fingers during that part. Maybe. Maybe I imagined it, but it sure felt like it. Wow, what a difference a truly fantastic guitar makes, right? I mean, that thing just plays so well. I didn't even warm up that much this time. You know, usually I warm up obviously before the live stream so that I'm playing good by the time 7 o'clock hits. But when it's when it's a good guitar and it's spec'd out the way I like it, it's practically plays itself. Anyway, yeah, what's up, everybody? So we got Mitch, Time Surfing Alien, Tyler, Dave, Six String Stanger, Crisis Actor. Who else we got here? Donald, Clutch, Rex, Brian's Gate. Glad to see you in there. Fisticuffer. Who else? Who else am I missing? Mr. JW. And let me go back here. Tone Jagger, James, Retro Puffer, Shred and Shine Guitar Works, Jimmy Leonard. Who am I missing? Mark, Marlon. I might be missing a few guys. Trucker Bob. Good to see you in here, Trucker Bob. Rod. Hey, Rod, what's up? Marlon, I think I got you already. I went back and saw some previous names. So thanks, everybody. Yeah, 35K. So since the last live stream on Wednesday, so since a week ago, at some point during the last 7 days, I don't remember exactly what day it was, a few days ago, I crossed that 35,000 subscriber threshold. You know, it's one of those milestones. You know, it's 35, exactly halfway between 30 and 40. So the next milestone will be 40,000, which could take literally a year. I don't want to give anybody like the wrong idea, like, oh, you'll be at 40,000 in like a couple of months. No, I won't. If I hit 40,000 within a year, maybe 10 months, maybe, it just depends. Some months more subscribers, and then sometimes it goes down a little bit, and then within a year or so. So I'll be good with that. Who else we got in here? Michael O'Rourke, Ron, Dave, did I get you already? Ubi, hello Ubi. And Jamie Lynn, hello Jamie. So yeah, it's exciting. But there's always like, even when you get to a certain point, you're always thinking ahead. And I think I always have to have this mindset, like, okay, yeah, it's cool, but I want to make 50,000. And then someday if I get to 50,000, then I'll be thinking, okay, that's cool. I want to make it to 75,000. I need to have that like motivation. I don't want to get, what's the word? I don't want to get too comfortable like at my spot, because then I won't be motivated to like, keep doing the videos like week after week after week and just trying to grow the channel. So the motivation is always like, okay, but I think I can do more than that. I think I can do better than that. And just to reach as many people as possible. So that's kind of what keeps me going. What else is going on? Hey, Gabe, we got Gabe in here. Highway to Hell. The Tooth. 1 million. Trucker Bob, I would love to have 1 million subscribers. I mean, never say never, right? But I kind of think that's not something that'll ever happen. That's. I would be happy. This is actually my goal. Shred and Shine, $35, $1 for every 1,000. Thank you, very much appreciated. And I'm gonna tell you guys, this week I really need the money. I'll explain in a minute. So that $35 is gonna help a little bit. It's kind of a drop in the bucket, but it helps. Anyway, I'll get to that in a minute. What was I saying? Oh yeah, if I ever make it to $100,000 before I stop doing YouTube, maybe I'll never stop. I'll do it until the very end. I don't know. Who knows? You never know. But if I made it to 100,000 subscribers, I would feel like, okay, I really made something. I really did something here. But if I don't, that's okay too. That's okay too, You guys are here week after week, and that's awesome. Even if I just stay right here at 35,000, which I don't think I will, but even if I do, and you guys keep coming back and watching the videos and coming to the live streams, that's good enough. But I always have to have that goal. That's what kind of just keeps me motivated and keeps me going. So anyway, ask Metal Dude about his motivations. Metal Dude seems to only be motivated by bean burritos and Mountain Dew. So he's pretty easy to get motivated, yeah. Yeah, clutch. So somebody called Sniper Wolf. I don't even know who that is. 35 million subscribers by just doing like reaction videos. Reaction videos. I'm not a fan of the reaction videos. I did a few of them with that Alip Bata like a while back. I don't know if you guys ever remember any of those, but it was always like Metal Dude reacting, and those got a lot of views. I eventually put all those videos on private because it was kind of like detrimental to my channel. But other than those, like, I'm not really a fan of the sort of fake reaction videos. Anyway, Vins, what's up, Vins? Mitch, you lost your motivation. Sometimes it's hard, guys. I'm going to be honest. Sometimes in fact, not even sometimes, there's a lot of times where it's like, I don't feel like making this video. I don't want to make this video. I want to go sit on the couch and sit there and watch a movie or watch Netflix. And sometimes I force myself. I do it because I know it's like, it hurts your channel if you don't keep uploading like week after week after week. If you don't stay on that schedule, it does hurt your channel. I'm aware of that. And a lot of times I'm tired, I'm tired, or I'm tired of doing videos, but somehow, man, I find that little bit of whatever in there. I find it in there and I grab onto it. And it's like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make this video. And I just keep doing it. And that's kept me going. But, hopefully, I think what keeps me going is that the channel is growing, not like a rocket, not like a rocket. When people ask, I always tell them, this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. It's like, oh, you should be at 100,000. You should be at 1 million subscribers. And I'm like, that's okay that I'm not. As long as there's growth, that keeps me going. If it suddenly just like leveled off and it wasn't growing at all, that would be hard. That would be hard. But even just a little bit of growth, a little bit, it's okay. That keeps me going because I know I'm reaching new people. But I understand for some of you guys, like, your subscribers, you don't have a large amount of subscribers, and maybe you don't have a large amount of views. I was there not that long ago, and it can be frustrating, and it can be demotivating, unmotivating, whatever. It's not easy. Anyway, what else is going on, guys? So, what did you think about, I got my door open here. I'm going to close my door. I forgot to close my little door right here. Because I'm talking really loud and other people are in other parts of the house trying to do stuff like homework and studying, and I'm in here shouting like a crazy person. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. How do you guys like this IYV? Fantastic guitar. Do you like the color? I love the color. I love it. It's like this sort of, it kind of goes in and out of like yellow and orange, like a cloud, like a creamsicle. I don't know what you call that kind of finish, but it's really cool. Tyler Durden, I already said you guys are enough. I said that. But I always have the goal of growing. That's always the goal. That's always in my mind as, hey, someday I'll be bigger than this guy or bigger than that guy. Even if it's not true and it's never going to happen, that's just still my goal. And there's the buddy, the bud man. What was I? I got distracted here. Somebody came in and gave me a note. Anyway. All right, buddy, you want to come up here and say hi? Come on, buddy. Up. Get up here. Get up here. There's the bud man. Oh, we can't sit like that, buddy. We're exposing ourselves. Hello, everybody. It's me, buddy. Woof, woof. Bud man. Want to say hi? Look, buddy, up here. Right here. Look. Right there. Hi, guys. Hello, it is me, Budman. Okay. That didn't work. All right. I'll just let you sit right here. So, what was funny is that they didn't make this guitar for me. Like, this guitar was not built with me in mind. I did not give them the specs for this guitar. I think another person spec'd it out. All right, I got to let Buddy out. Come on. You want out? You don't want to stay in here. Come on, go. And what are you doing? You just standing there? You want in here or you want out? I'm going to leave the door open a crack so you can get out if you want. I can't take you for a WALK just yet, Bud Man, because I'm doing my live stream. All right, he went out the door. Anyway, I think somebody spec'd it out and ordered it, and then I don't know what happened. So that person ended up changing their mind or something, and they ended up sending it to me. But it's funny because it's spec'd out like very close to like everything that I would have put on it. right? The 24 frets, shred neck. It's got jumbo stainless steel frets. The 2 humbuckers, they're Alnico 5, high output, alder body. Just very much a bald shredder guitar, and that's why I like it so much. It's really a great guitar. Oh, Mitch, you're going to get another dog. That's nice. That's great to hear, Mitch. I love dogs. I do. Especially little dogs, you know, one that I can hold easily, sit on the couch with easily. I really like dogs. Trucker Bob, they'll make you an exact copy of that Ibanez, including the headstock shape. And yeah, they'll put your last name on the headstock because they're not going to put Ibanez on the headstock. So there you go. Hey, Guitar Bob, how's it going? All right, now, since I'm here busy talking about the custom IYV, I figured for the classic jam, I'm gonna show you guys the jam that I did on this one. This was my very first custom IYV. I had them make this for me. And so I'm gonna show you the jam that I did on this one. And by the way, this jam is on one of my albums. I believe it's on Dawn of the Shredder. Anyway, here we go, guys. Okay, guys, a couple of things here. I'm trying to, before I forget. First of all, James Ford, I don't use a harmonizer. There's no harmonizer. All the harmonies that you hear on that, after I play the main track, the first track, then I go and I overdub the harmonies. So I'm playing all the main melodies and I'm playing all the harmonies. That's why they're so perfectly synced up, because I'm actually playing all that stuff. No harmonizer. I've never used a harmonizer ever. I've never even like tried one or played with one. So anyway, the other thing is Jamie said she had a Chihuahua named Skippy, which is just kind of funny because when I was a kid, I had a Chihuahua that looked exactly like Buddy, and his name was Skipper. Skipper. Skippy? Skipper? Coincidence? You decide. Anyway, so what else was I going to talk about? Oh, so the track, guys, the track that you just heard, that is on my album, Dawn of the Shredder. And there's an interesting thing about this. I'm going to put the link. If somebody would like to buy my CDs off of my eBay store, that would be really awesome. I haven't had an order in like a week or so, so I would be really grateful if anybody wants to get those CDs along with some guitar picks and an autographed picture. There's two different packages available. One that's just the CDs, and then you can also get the CDs with a picture and guitar picks. So interesting thing about the track. So I just showed you guys the video. You heard the song. Now that was the original version. The version that's on Dawn of the Shredder is slightly different. Slightly different. How is it different? Well, in case you forgot, Guitar Max did a guest guitar solo on one of the tracks. And guess what track it was? It was that one right there. So for his guest solo, I removed my main solo and I let Max do the solo that was like in the middle of the track. Plus he wanted it longer. So I actually extended that little midsection. So when you listen to the version on the CD or any of the streaming sites or whatever, you're going to hear Guitar Max's solo. But in the video that we just saw, that's the original version with my solo. So little interesting FYI there for you. Okay, see you later, Tyler. Thanks for being here. Okay, so other IYV news, guys. My next custom order from IYV is literally arriving tomorrow. I already got the notification from FedEx. Arriving tomorrow in the early afternoon, seems like. Now, here's the interesting thing about this order that's arriving tomorrow. First of all, it's 3 guitars, not 1, 3. And I have not gotten any notification about having to pay any kind of tariff. Now, remember, these are coming from Vietnam. And I'm pretty sure that that was announced that Vietnam was one of the countries there was going to be a tariff, right? But when I got the emails from FedEx, it said it has cleared customs. It's cleared customs, and it's going to arrive tomorrow. So it seems like, I mean, unless the guy knocks on my door from FedEx and says, you got to pay this customs fee, but I don't think so because there's no signature required. So if I wasn't here, they're just going to leave it on my doorstep. So it seems like there's not going to be any tariff on it. So, I mean, that's good news, right? But we'll see. I'm 99% sure that there isn't, but we'll see. Anyway, James asking about the whammy on this one. This is a Wilkinson bridge. Wilkinson 2-point floating bridge. There's the back. It's got a nice size block. Really good quality. Like perfect tension with the strings. Doesn't stay in tune maybe perfectly, but very close to perfect. Thank you, Trucker Bob. Thank you, Trucker Bob. Every little bit counts. I appreciate that. And I can't wait to show you guys the guitars that are arriving tomorrow. I won't be able to show you like immediately. One of them I'll most likely show you in October, and then the other one's probably November. Got to space it out a little bit. I don't want to, jam all my IYV content too close together. But I'm really excited to get this stuff tomorrow and really excited to show you guys. Okay, so there you go, Mr. JW. Yeah, he got something delivered from China and there was no extra tariff. So, 6-string Stinger. Will I ever try IYV? I think you might, 6-string Stinger. I think you might. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Oh, so if I get the stuff tomorrow and there's no kind of like you owe this tariff, so it appears that I get it delivered and they're not asking me to pay any kind of customs fee. Then I'm going to send an email to Mr. Doe over there at IYV and be like, so how is it exactly that I'm getting this and not having to pay a tariff? Are you guys paying it? Is it not required? There's no tariff that's required for anybody to pay. I want to clarify that because every time I do an IY video, people are asking, did you pay a tariff? Is there a tariff? And if all I can say is, well, no, I didn't, but I don't know, is that going to be the case if you order a guitar? Is that going to be the case every time for everybody? So I want to see if I can find out that information. So by the time I do the next video, I'll be able to clarify that. I hope. Yeah, 20% tariff on Vietnamese goods. But I thought that already started. I thought that started like September 1st. And now it's September 10th. So, but I mean, all this stuff changes so often. And so, it's like I can never keep track of like, well, what's really going on here? Oh my gosh. Hey, Joe R. What's up? I said, what's out? What's up? Not out. How's it going? You were watching The Boys instead of The Bald Shredder? Come on. Also, guys, I did mention it's FedEx, right? Yeah, they're shipping, but IYV always shipped FedEx, and it always gets here in less than a week. So it's FedEx by air and gets here in less than a week. So the shipping's really good. I mean, it's not super cheap, of course. With the neck off, the shipping is like 80 something. The guitar that's arriving tomorrow, it is not a bolt-on neck. So I had to ship with the full-size guitar box. So the shipping was, I don't remember, double that at least, 100 and something. Joe R., how do you know I can't shoot lasers out of my eyes? Maybe I can, and maybe I can fly for all you know. I was trying to keep that on the down low. Haven't you ever heard of a secret identity, right? Oh, it's the Bald Shredder. Wait. Oh no, it's just some dorky bald guy with glasses. Who's that? I have no idea who that is. That guy doesn't look familiar at all. Wait a minute, you're the Bald Shredder. Oh no, who are you again? See? Just like Superman. They never. Oh, Superman. Oh, no, I'm just Clark Kent. Oh, yeah, even though I look exactly the same. Cars and cameras? What's that? Never even heard of that. And yeah, fisticuffer. So I thought they changed the rule so that it was going to be, the tariffs were going to be on any amount, not like over 800, but now it's going to be any amount. That's the last thing I heard. I thought. So I don't know. Now, guys, guess what happened this week, which really stinks? My refrigerator went out. Can you believe that? How many of you has that happened to? Right? Remember in the old days when refrigerators lasted like 20 years, 30 years? When I was a kid, we literally had one refrigerator forever. And I don't think my dad even like bought a new refrigerator until eventually after I moved out and he moved to like another house and he just got rid of the old refrigerator, sold it. It wasn't broken. It was still working. That thing literally lasted forever. Okay, now the refrigerator that I have that just died on me, I've had it for like 4 or 5 years. 4 or 5 years. That's it. and all of a sudden just it's not cooling. Stuff in the freezer started melting. In the refrigerator, where's the hum? Where's the cold air coming out? Oh no! And it really stinks, because it's like, when you're not counting on making like a major purchase like that, and all of a sudden it's like, well, I can't save up for it. I can't. Let me wait until next month. Oh, let me wait until after payday. It's like, I literally can't go without a refrigerator. So yeah, I'm getting a new refrigerator delivered tomorrow. So fun stuff, right? No, the one that just died is a Frigidaire. Never buying a Frigidaire again. And the one I had before that, I think it was a Samsung, and it lasted maybe 8 years. Right? And then the one I bought, the one that's getting delivered tomorrow, is an LG. An LG. So this time, before I bought it, I went on my phone and I searched, like, what are the most reliable refrigerator brands? LG was number 2. And number 1 was, like, it started with a B. I can't remember the name brand. It was not a brand like that you would normally think of for refrigerators. But anyway, LG number 2. My washer and dryer, they're LG. So, and I did something that I never do this time, guys. I never do this, but I did it this time. I bought the 5-year warranty. Right? Because now I'm so paranoid that this thing's going to break. But knowing my luck, guys, this thing will die on day 1 after the 5th year. There will be no issues during the 5 years. It'll die at some point after that. 5.5 years or something like that, of course. So I probably don't need the extended warranty, but man, it's like, and no, I don't want to call a repairman to come and fix it. I don't want to call a repairman. They come here and they rob you blind. They rob you blind. The last time I had an appliance repair person come, it was before COVID. So we're probably talking at least 6 years ago. He came and fixed my washing machine because it was leaking water a little bit. And it was a kind of deal where it's like, Mitch, yeah, I think that's the brand. Bosch, B-O-S-C-H. That was like the number 1 brand, according to what I Googled. Anyway, the guy, just to come out, it was $60, I think. Like, whether I had him fix it or not, I had to pay him $60. And as soon as he arrived, I had to give him a check for $60 before he would even look at it. Then he looks at my washing machine and he says, okay, the part is going to be $100 and the labor $245. Well, what am I going to do? Am I going to say no and then call another guy? I'm like, okay, all right, we'll fix it. Guess how long it took him to fix the washing machine? $245 for labor, guys. Guess how long it took him? 15 minutes. 15 minutes. $245 for labor. Round that off to an hour. That means his time is worth almost $1,000 an hour. So, yeah, when my refrigerator went out this week, I was like, I'm not calling a repair guy and pay $500 probably, minimum. So he can spend a few minutes and fix one little part, and then a year later, something else goes out and breaks again. I don't care that I'm paying more for a new fridge. I'd rather pay Home Depot for a new fridge and pay more than pay some guy, some repair guy that's going to grossly overcharge me and totally rip me off, because I would just be super mad about that again. I was like, forget it. I'm not going to pay some schmuck to come and rip me off. I'm just buying a new fridge. That's it. So that's what I did. Fun stuff, right? Okay, I'm done talking about that. What does that have to do with guitars? Absolutely nothing. I just needed to vent and rant a little bit, guys. So thank you for listening. I appreciate it. Guys, did you see the new Jackson guitars that were announced this week? Did you see the new Jackson guitars that were announced this week? I'm going to show you a picture. They look really cool. Here's the first pic. I think I grabbed this off their Instagram. Here's a new line of Jackson guitars. Look what they all have in common. They all have a Floyd Rose 1000. And except for that black and white guitar, they've all got the covered humbucker pickups. I was about to say they all have maple necks, but that one black one has a rosewood neck. It looks like rosewood anyway. They've all got the pointy Jackson headstock, not reversed, 22 frets. Here's a closer look at the first three, and you can see the prices. So the first one, a little bit more expensive because it's got the two-tone paint job. And that one, the pickups are not covered. So that one's a little bit more, $14.69. And then you got the black one humbucker with the rosewood fretboard, and then the white two humbucker. And here's the other three, guys. The reds, that's a red sparkle, guys, red sparkle. And then you got the black with the two humbuckers, and then like the sort of the vintage white with the one humbucker. I really like the way that last one looks. Looks really cool. And guess what? Those are made in Mexico. That's why they're not like $3,000, because if they were made in the USA, they'd be $3,000, $4,000, something ridiculous like that. So I looked it up. Yeah, they're all made at the Mexico plant, but I have no issue with that because my Charvel DK24, which is totally awesome, that was made in Mexico. And no, I'm not going to buy one of those guys because first of all, I don't need another guitar, as you know. But I don't, even though those are inexpensive in comparison to the USA Jacksons, I just don't really believe in paying over $1,000 or even $1,000 for a guitar anymore. I just don't think it's necessary. Plus, they all have the Floyd Rose, which I'm really not a huge fan of. I would love to have one of those, of course, but I won't be buying one. Oh, and Shred and Shine says there's been talk about Jackson's quality issues. Interesting. Well, I haven't played a Jackson recently or in a while. You know, even my Charvel DK24, which is right back there, you know, I've had that for quite a while. That's an older model. They don't even make that color anymore. And it doesn't have the roasted maple neck, like all the newer ones have the roasted maple necks. And I'd rather spend like $300, $400 on a custom from IYV where I can spec it out exactly like I want it and pay like a third of the price or whatever, you know? And Guitar Bob says he'd get a Reaper before he'd get one of those. And it would be cheaper, right? Reaper's what, $7.99? Or was it $6.99? I can't remember. Definitely cheaper. Ah, Mitch, you got a Charvel San Dimas. Like a made in the USA? Or is it like one of the production models that's made in Mexico? But it's got a Floyd. Hey, RJ's Cave. My brother from another mother. I should do a guitar fetish build. Maybe. Shred and Shine saying he swapped out the Floyd Rose 1000 for the Goto. Yeah, those Gotos, those are awesome bridges, right? Oh, Mitch, okay, it's one of the ones from Mexico. Alrighty. Mitch, is it the Strat shape with the pick guard or no pick guard? I think the SoCal is the one with the pick guard. Probably the San Dimas is the one without the pick guard, if I'm remembering correctly. So guys, I don't know if anybody noticed. If I can get my head out of the way. Anybody notice that guitar hanging on the wall back there. I've been covering it up mostly, but you can see the headstock, the blue headstock. Anybody see that? Anybody notice that? What's that? What's that hanging back there? Well, I'm going to show you guys. This will be my video on Monday. Monday. This is another guitar from ERT, or EART, or eArt, or whatever. So this is kind of like their, it's their single cut model. I don't want to call it a Les Paul because it looks more like an LTD with that little sharp horn on the bottom there. And obviously it doesn't have, 4 knobs and doesn't have a toggle. It's got the blade switch instead, which I like. I actually like the blade more than the toggle because it's much easier to flick back and forth when you're in the middle of playing. And there's the back, guys. It is a set neck. Set neck, not a bolt-on. 22 frets, stainless steel frets. Scale length like a Les Paul, 24.75. So this will be my video on Monday, guys. Hey, James. Handsome Ellie, what's up? What's up, dude? Out jamming with some friends. Well, that sounds good. And James, interesting to see what Spinal Tape, I think you meant Tap, Spinal Tap 2, yeah, the new movie that's coming out. What is it called? Still the End, or the Never the End? Something about the end. I'm almost afraid to watch the movie because I feel like it's not going to be funny like the first one was. It's been so long since that first movie, and it's like one of those things where you think that first movie was just lightning in a bottle. There's no way they can recreate that, or are they just going to do like the same gags and the same jokes again? I'll watch it, of course. But I'm very skeptical if like it's going to be funny or not. But I want it to be. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see. Hey, Brian. Retro Puffer says Spinal Tap 2 Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, I don't think that's the title. Well, Clutch, have you seen any of the pictures or the promo videos? They are old. They look ancient. Especially David St. Hubbins, the lead singer, Michael McKean. But I mean, to be fair, they are old. They aren't spring chickens anymore. So, but yeah, they look old. And they look they look pretty silly with the wigs on and looking as old as they are. But anyway, I love Spinal Tap. I love the movie. I saw them in concert when they toured for, you remember when they put an album out in the early 90s, Break Like the Wind, and they went on tour? Yeah, I went to that show. It was phenomenal. It was great. I loved it. It was, because I'm such a huge fan of the movie. It was a great concert. I'm going to put this guy back over here. You'll see that on Monday. And guys, there will be a video tomorrow. There will be a video tomorrow. Mitch, I'm not calling you old. I'm calling the guys in Spinal Tap old. No way, Mitch. You're a young whippersnapper, just like me. So, sorry guys, I was looking at the comments, seeing what people are talking about there. I do have another new video coming out tomorrow, guys. New video coming out tomorrow. I don't know if you guys remember one of my viewers. Sometimes he's in the chat. Martin Blasek. He lives here in Southern California. So he came over here not too long ago and we recorded a video tomorrow. It has to do with the Leo James monsoon. So that's part of the video. But I also talked to Martin about all the cool stuff that he's doing. And Martin, you guys probably don't know this, but you'll hear about it in the video tomorrow. He makes music for movies, like film scoring. He sat in a room with Matthew McConaughey to write a song for a project that Matthew was working on. He did music for Dumb and Dumber. He does all kinds of stuff. He does acting. His wife is an actress. She's in movies and TV shows. And he's playing gigs all the time. He's out and about all the time. So it's a pretty interesting guy. So anyway, that's coming up tomorrow. Let's see here. So let's see what's going on in the chat, guys. All right, Alanya. You got an LG. Let's hope my LG is a good one. Can I show some of my other IYV custom shop guitars? Yes. It says Ricata, but it was made by IYV. So that's the white Dinky. That was the last one that I did a video on before the one this week. Hardtail, 2 humbuckers, 24 frets. That was made by IYV. One of my other Ricata guitars with the artwork of my album, Tiger vs. Dragon. This one, 22 frets. Again, with the Ricata headstock. Geiger locking tuners, gold and red, which match the colors. Really cool, right? Hey, thanks for reminding me of the ridiculous offers of the week, because I do have a couple of them, and I'll read them off here in just a second. And here's another one with the Ibanez headstock, because this is kind of like one of the Racer X guitars. And that one is a neck through. Ta-da! All right. And I already showed the other one. That was the Jam earlier. Okay, so Rod, thanks for reminding me. Ridiculous offers of the week. Let me look them up. Anyway, some of these emails. I even made like a special folder so I could find them quicker and easier. Oh, there it is. I called it Stupid Offers. All right, guys. This is the third time I've been offered this. The third time. You ready for this? Okay. Hi there. I'm Daniel, influencer manager at, name of the company. We proudly represent, and then there's a name of a clinic, a global leader in hair transplant, trusted by over 40,000 patients to help them rediscover their confidence. Yes, because you guys all know I have no confidence without my hair, right? We've been following your inspiring content and believe your content aligns perfectly with our mission. So their mission is cheap shred guitars? Wow, that's cool. We'd like to invite you to join us on an exclusive journey. Here's the campaign, guys. It says, the campaign, your hair transformation story. Imagine taking your audience, that's you guys, on a deeply personal and empowering experience. A complete hair transformation journey. Here's how you'll inspire your community. I'm going to inspire you guys. Here's it says, your role, me. YouTube content. Video 1. Document your trip to, of course, Istanbul, Turkey again. Share your initial consultation and showcase the world-class experience at our clinic. Video 2. create a follow-up video after 12 months revealing your stunning results. It would be something like this, guys. 12 months later, full head of hair, right? It would be something like that. Let's see. And then it wants me to post stuff on Instagram and TikTok. What's in it for you? We're offering a luxury experience that matches the world-class care we're known for. Premium hair transplant, that's $4,000. Round-trip flights for you and a guest, that's $2,000. Who wants to go with me? I'm picking one of you guys. 5-star hotel accommodation worth $1,000. VIP airport transfers, $200. Custom post-treatment care package, $300. Additional budget based on your audience size. Total value, $7,500. Whoa! Anyway, I'm not going to read the rest of it. So, no, I won't be doing that. That's the third time I've been offered hair transplants. Why is it always in Turkey? I mean, that's like the hot spot for hair transplants in the entire world? Like they've got the monopoly on that market? And wasn't there a guy recently? I think I posted a little thing on it on YouTube. There was a news story about a guy who had gone to Turkey to get hair transplants, and then he came back and he died. And I don't remember the exact reason, but anyway, I am not going to Turkey to get hair transplants. I'm not going anywhere. I don't care if it was down the street. I don't want doll hair on the top of my head and to go through all that pain and stuff. Like, no, thank you. No, thank you. I'm perfectly fine looking like this. This is it. This is as good as it gets, guys. This is as good as it gets. It's not getting any better than this. And if anything, as time goes on, it's going to get worse and worse. So anyway. Jamie says they're using hair from turkeys. You know, that's why it's in Turkey. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Fisticuffer. Were you really told in a meeting at work that you should get a wig? Seriously? Like, who told you? Like your boss? Like, you know, you really should think about getting a toupee. It would probably help your work performance. I mean, take Rix with me. Yeah, Rix would be a good companion. Yeah, even if I wanted hair transplants, like let's say I really wanted to do that, I would not go to Turkey. I would not even, like, you know, it's free. We'll pay, just like they said, they'll pay for everything. It's free. Nope. No way. Absolutely no way. HR giving you a hard time? Couldn't that be a lawsuit? I mean, why would HR care if you have like a good head of hair or not? I mean, unless you're like a fashion model or something. Are you? How much to get a guitar spec'd out in the style of the one you showed on my album cover? The one on my album cover is a Leo James Monsoon. You can get those on Amazon for like less than $200, dude. Just look up Leo James Monsoon. That's an easy one. Good night, Mitch. Good night. Chad, I already showed it. I even played a video where I played it. You weren't here in the beginning? I already showed this one and showed the video where I played it. There it is. There it is. I showed it just for you. There you go. Fantastic guitar. Fantastic. Your meetings go off topic a lot. Okay. I would never wear a toupee. To me, a toupee is way worse than just having a bald shaved head. Toupees are so easily spottable. Anytime I'm out and about and I see like an old guy with a toupee, it's just like tractor beam, like, okay, I wouldn't even have noticed you if you were just an old guy with a, partially bald head. Wouldn't have paid any attention. But you got this squirrel on your head and it's like, oh, look at that, old guy with a toupee. You're just drawing more attention to yourself. Toupees look terrible. Unless you're like William Shatner and you can afford, the best of the best, probably, which costs a lot of money. James asking what I think of sawtooth guitars. Never played a sawtooth guitar, so I have no clue. Now, I do have one other ridiculous offer of the week, guys. Here it is. I'm going to read it because we're almost out of time. Hello, the Bald Shredder team. Now I'm a team. Maybe they mean me and Metal Dude and Rick's. It is a team. I trust you're having a great day. My name is Donna, and I represent our Creator Outreach Division. Would you be so kind to let us know your name and how you'd like us to address you going forward? Okay, like literally my name is in my email address. Where they emailed me, it says Richard James Guitar. And my name is on the front of every YouTube video. It says Richard James the Bald Shredder. And they're asking me what's my name. How would I like to be addressed? King Richard. You can address me as King Richard. Oh, that's just silly. Anyway, we're currently seeking creators for a new round of brand activations featuring our games. And then they tell me some of the names that they're promoting. We believe your content could connect well with our audience. Yes, because I talk about video games so often with you guys, right? We're looking to integrate with creators who specialize in vertical, short-form content on social platforms. I don't even specialize in the shorts videos. I do shorts sometimes, but, my main videos are horizontal. Anyway, I'm not even going to finish reading that one because it's so ridiculous. Like, I get these emails, and obviously they know nothing about me. They've never watched a video. And they're just clueless. I don't even know why they email me with that stuff. All right, guys. So that is pretty much it. So thanks again, everybody, for being here. I appreciate you spending an hour on your Wednesday evening with me. Don't forget, video tomorrow morning. Special guest, Martin Blasek. And we will be featuring one of the Leo James Monsoon guitars. And then on Monday, we will be seeing that blue guitar back there, the Ert. That'll be on Monday. And then lots of other great stuff going forward. James, you can email me at richardjamesguitar@gmail.com or thebaldshredder@gmail.com. Yes, Marlon, Scar my guitar opened something. It was like a video game or something, and that's how his channel got hacked. All right, guys. So have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you guys next time. Later.